You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. Welcome back to another episode of Ride Like a Local. This week we're at the Vancouver Motorcycle Show version 2019. The Cossacks and I get up close and personal, and I learn all about the game of barns. So folks, I'm sitting here with some people that love to stunt ride. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen the Cossacks in motion, but we are going to be watching them here shortly. Tell me a little bit about why stunt riding is something you wanted to do.
I think the biggest reason why I asked to join this team and did get voted in by the team is due to the fact that we do so many shows for breast cancer, challenged children, the less fortunate. That's what really gets it for me. It's something fun for me to do, but I'm also giving so much to the community.
And you? Third generation?
That's correct. For me, I was just kind of born into it with this fat guy right here and these fat other guys over here. But I didn't really have a choice. No, I'm just kidding. I do it because for me, it's a lot of thrill and it's just really fun for me.
Okay, so we've heard from the oldest and the youngest. I'm gonna get shot for that, but that's okay. So tell me a little bit about the motorcycles.
Well, the oldest bike that we have on the team is a 1931 Harley, and the newest one is a 1949 Harley. We got a whole bunch in between there, but we tried to keep the bikes the same because the team started in 1938. That's why Earl dresses funny like that. But the bikes, the uniforms, we try to keep everything the same. We still do a lot of the same stunts that the team did back in the 30s.
And why is that?
For us, it's all about nostalgia, and it's all about keeping everything the same because not very many, there's only two teams left in the United States actually that do these types of stunts. And for us, we just want to keep this history going. That's the whole deal with getting the kids involved. And we have a lot of good guys who've been riding for quite a few years, like Earl, that are able to teach the younger guys what to do and how to do it.
So what are we going to see out there? Tell me a little bit about some of the stunts that we're going to see.
Oh, you're going to pile a bunch of guys on top of me, take 2-3 bikes and make these pyramids, no ropes, no nothing. We're just going to hold on tight and go slow and do some crazy fun stunts.
See now, many years ago, I had an uncle that was a member of the Canadian Daredevils, and they used to do a lot of this stunt riding at rodeo grounds in the sand.
We've been there. We've done that. Just 2 years ago, we were actually in Republic. And what was it? Probably about a foot deep, guys? It was really deep dirt, and it was in rodeo grounds.
So,
Was that dirt?
So these guys have a little bit of an odd sense of humor, as you can probably tell from this conversation and the direction it's taking. And I'm going to suggest that with suicide shifts and frayed cables and, you know, all these wonderful things that make old Harleys so much fun to ride, that we're in for one hell of a surprise out there. Again, I want to know one final question from you young ones. Okay? So you ready? How many girls like what you do?
Oh, pretty much all of them. Chicks dig the boots.
There you have it, folks. Chicks dig the boots. The Cossacks riding team, you guys are from Seattle, Washington, correct?
And don't forget, we're at the Vancouver Motorcycle Show.
Yes, we are at the Vancouver Motorcycle Show, the Cossacks from Seattle, Washington, and we're getting ready to go outside and watch these guys do what they do best, stunt riding. Lacombe, Alberta, runner-up community in Canada's most rider-friendly community contest. Situated just off Highway 2, the city of Lacombe provides access to hundreds of kilometers of secondary highway riding, making it a natural stop when touring through central Alberta. From June to August, Wednesdays are filled with music, food, and fun at the Lacombe Memorial Centre for Music in the Park. Lacombe, Alberta, in the heart of it all. RiderFriendly.com combines a social business directory with content marketing. Create coupons, special offers, and events, and let us promote them for you. RiderFriendly.com, helping riders find rider-friendly businesses. I'm at the Vancouver Motorcycle Show in the beautiful community of Abbotsford, British Columbia. I'm being joined right now by a gentleman with AIM. His name is Rocky. And Rocky also happens to be a Hall of Fame inductee. So, Rocky, let's start out talking about AIM, and then we're going to transition to some of the other stuff.
Okay. Well, AIM is the Association for Injured Motorcyclists. We were formed in 1983. I've been on the board of directors with them now for, I believe, 24 years. Currently the vice president of the association. We're there to try and assist any downed rider. You don't have to be a member to be assisted by us. We provide all sorts of assistance for the downed rider. We do hospital visitations. We'll pay for TV rentals, parking for family, different expenses that you incur. We can do some minor financial support, but being that we are 100% volunteer based and rely entirely on membership fees and donations and fees or monies acquired through some of our social events, we don't have a lot of funds to proceed with a lot of cash reimbursements to people, but we can help out financially somewhat. Our basis is more on moral support, family support, giving you insight as to what, how do you put it, what is available for help in regards to rehabilitation, different avenues to pursue. I guess that's about it. We do newsletters quarterly to keep everybody posted as to what's happening within our association. Other than that, I guess we just carry on with life and try and help out whoever we can.
So how does the network work? A rider goes down in a crash. How do you guys find out about that rider needing support?
Somebody has to notify us. We cannot, what you classify as ambulance chase. Somebody, a family member or a close friend or any friend actually that knows that you've gone down and are in the hospital, they notify us, and then we do visitations, find out what your needs are. We can't say what we're going to do for you or anything else until we actually find out what your needs are. Again, we cannot do anything if nobody notifies us that you have in fact been injured in an accident and need assistance.
And if a person, let's say, was in pretty tough shape, if something financially was really bad for them, would you guys help out with a special fundraiser? Would you do those kinds of things or not?
Yes, we have done that. I myself have been a recipient of that in the past, in a serious accident that I was involved with a few years ago. And yes, AIM did step up to the plate and help me out financially, not because I was a board member, but because I was a downed rider. They did a lot of help with me in regards to setting up appointments with rehabilitation and getting to my appointments on time. That's also a big thing. I wasn't able to drive and I was living alone. I can't get anywhere. I can't go out and do my shopping. AIM was always there to help.
So tell me one other thing about AIM. You guys have chapters, quite a number of chapters throughout the province. Where are those chapters located if somebody wanted to get involved?
Currently we have 2 chapters. There's one on Vancouver Island and the Vancouver main chapter, the mother chapter as some people refer to it. We did have a chapter in the Okanagan, but there is some political disruption there, you might say. Hopefully they will come back online and be part of us again. But in the meantime, we only have the 2 chapters. We did have one in the Kootenays due to, how would you say, burn out from their membership. They cease to exist. And again, we had one in Prince George, and again, due to natural attrition and burnout from the members there, we've had issues trying to maintain it. We need volunteers to step forward, as we are 100% volunteer based.
So let's talk a little bit about Hall of Fame. Why were you inducted into the Hall of Fame since you aren't a racer?
I have been a racer in the
But
past.
that isn't why you were being inducted, is it?
Well, the organization that I was inducted into was the Greater Vancouver Motorsport Pioneers Society, GVMPS. I was inducted into that from all of the work that I've done from the time that I was probably 8 years old. I was involved in motorcycles. I got into car racing. I've done a lot for the motorsport industry, promoting races, doing races, racing myself, motorcycles and cars. They just felt that I was one of the pioneers and I should be part of the organization.
Well, that's probably very true. I mean, this area, the whole lower mainland of British Columbia, was a hotbed back at the turn of the century for motorcycling, for bicycling. And as the motorsport itself of motorcycling evolved, you have the Greater Vancouver Motorcycle Club that's going to be 100 years old here right away. You've got what's the name of the racetrack? Westwood Race.
Westwood
Yeah.
Motorcycle Race.
Yeah, the Westwood Motorcycle Racing Association. Again, another association that's pushing 100 years old. So there's a lot of history in this region.
Well, yes, there certainly is. My father was one of the charter members of the Royal City Rockets Motorcycle Club. He was also inducted into the Greater Vancouver the Greater Vancouver Motorcycle Club as an honorary lifetime member for all of his participation within the motorcycle community. He was very active within the community right up until he was 90 years old.
Wow.
Currently at the display here today, I have his motorcycle on display that he bought brand new in 1939.
And what booth is that in?
That's in the British Motorcycle Owners Club, BMOC, and they actually asked me to bring the bike out, so I was honored to do so for sure.
Absolutely. So there you have it, folks. Here in British Columbia, if you find yourself in a motorcycle crash, you're needing some support, you can turn to the Association for Injured Motorcyclists here in the Greater Vancouver area, also on Vancouver Island. Give them a call. Hafford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community from the 2018 riding season. Located between North Battleford and Prince Albert and not far from Saskatoon, it's the perfect day ride destination. With welcoming folks and great small businesses, Hafford has everything you could need while out for a motorcycle ride. Hafford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community, 2018. Where commerce and community meet. The staff at Community Futures, Grand Prairie and Region love helping entrepreneurs, young and old, succeed in their goals. What can we do to help you reach yours? That's our time this week, folks. Join me next week for the Edgerton Fire and Wheels Rally. Rain, sleet, and snow, yes, not even snow could keep riders away from helping their firefighters.